Welcome back to Simple Truth. We're in 1 Samuel. We're in chapter 20. We just did verse 1. I said to you, listen, you got to understand that you got an enemy who wants to destroy you. If you didn't grasp that, I'm not going to spend another time doing it, but I really want to, right? But I think you should just go back and replay it because there's no purpose of going forward. Right? But until you understand that you have an enemy who wants to destroy you. Look at verse 2 with me. And this is what Jonathan said. Right? And he said to him, "Far from it, you shall not die. Behold, my father does nothing, either great or small, without disclosing it to me. And why should my father hide this from me? It's not so." I got to tell you, Jonathan and David, they're like this, super close. Jonathan loves David, right? And here's the truth. Jonathan doesn't want to believe truth. This is a king who has thrown a couple spears at David, tried to kill him, right? Been on the hunt for him. Has outright said he wants to kill him. Has outright said he wants him dead, right? Jonathan is in denial in this moment. I need you to grasp this. Sometimes those closest to us are going to be the most dangerous people for us to be around in moments. When we come to them and we say, I think this is the case. No. Everybody at work loves you. Everything's going to be okay at home. Everything's going to be okay at church. It's all good. It's all right. It's all okay. Listen, this is why you have to know that you have an enemy. Because then when people come, no matter how close they are to you and say, no. Listen, there are times where you got to be able to discern. That's truth. That's just in your head, Andy. You're just causing problems. There's no real problem here. But there are times when there's a real problem. And those closest to us are like, yeah, don't worry about this. Right? You got this. It's okay. It's all going to be all right. It's all going to be good. It's all going to be... Listen, you got to know that you have a real enemy who really wants you dead. And when, for whatever the reason, the Holy Spirit is putting within you, like, hey, this person really, really doesn't like me. Hey, again, you can do the Mary thing and ponder it, right? But you need to make sure that you're proactive on these things, right? I think the enemy is trying to destroy me in this way, right? And then somebody's going to say, no. We know the rest of the story. We know that Jonathan, right, was mistaken. But this is a mistake that could have cost David his life. It doesn't mean Jonathan's some bad, terrible, awful person. He loved David. But he also loved his father. And he's also trying to say, listen, no. My father would never do anything like this. Here's David's response. But David vowed again, saying, your father knows well that I have found favor in your eyes. And he thinks, do not let Jonathan know this, lest he be grieved. But truly, as the Lord lives, as your soul lives, there is but a step between me and death. David doubles down and says, no, you got to understand, right? You got to understand, yes, I'm in trouble. Your father wants me dead. There are times where we have to go to people and say, no, I know what you're saying. I know that you're saying like, oh, no, everybody at work likes me. I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you this is truth. He swears, makes a vow, says, hey, no, as long as the Lord lives, I'm telling you this is true. Why? Because he's lived it and he's experienced it. Sometimes we've experienced things and we're living things that other people aren't aware of. Sometimes God just outright tells us, you know that there was a whole bunch of people living in Bethlehem. I don't know if the Holy Spirit came down and gave every single one of those parents a warning, get out of here. The Bible doesn't say that. But the Bible doesn't say that it didn't happen, right? But yet we know that Mary and Joseph took the warning seriously and immediately left Bethlehem. Then what we know is that Herod's guards came and killed everybody under 2. Every boy, child under 2. What if somebody said, oh, come on, Joseph. God didn't say that. There's no fear. Herod loves you. He thinks you're the greatest guy in the universe. Or, hey, Herod doesn't even know your name. He has no idea who you are. He's not coming here. He's not going to do this. What if that had happened? Like we like to say, like, well, that would never have happened because Joseph and Mary were always, they're obedient. I mean, they're Jesus' parents. There's nothing that says Joseph and Mary didn't need Jesus as much as you and I did. We can make Mary as perfect as we want her, but Jesus died for her equally as he died for all of us. Doesn't mean she's a terrible person, did terrible things, but it means she was a sinner. It means that she had a sin nature. It means that she needed Jesus. right? That's a great sermon right there, that Mary and Joseph needed Jesus as much as he needed them to take care of them, right? But what if that had happened? What if in this instance David hadn't pressed? What if he'd been like, you're right, I'm just paranoid, I'm just this. Sometimes God puts something within us that says, I'm in danger. And you go with it. And it doesn't matter if it's ever manifested in that moment that you can see, like, see, I would have died if I would have been there. Right? No. Like sometimes sometimes the Holy Spirit says, you're in real danger right now. Whether that's mental, whether that's physical, emotional, social, you're in danger. So let me challenge you with this. Are you in danger? Is there something God has laid on your heart? Right? That you're knowing, like, man, I just think I'm in danger in my job. I just think something goofy is going on at church. I think something goofy is going on in my home or wherever it is. Like there's something going on. Right? Again, I want you to listen to me carefully. I did not say there's something going on with somebody else. David's not coming to Jonathan saying like, hey, Jonathan, I think your dad wants to kill you. That's not what this is about. So what David, right? I'm not talking about you going to church and saying, yep, I knew it. There's something goofy going on with that pastor. With those people. No, I'm talking about taking care of you. Take care of you. Is God saying to you, hey, you're in danger in this situation. How have you handled it? Have you handled it by saying, no, I'm gonna act upon this? Or have you handled it to listen to other people tell you, no, there's no real problem here. Right? What happens when you got a sense that you're in real danger? Chew on that. We'll see you next time. Simple truth.